Hi, this is Annette Witherspoon. I am thrilled to be guest designing for Simon Says Stamp. Before I get started, I need to apologize for my raspy voice. I'm coming down with a cold and my voice is kind of getting crackly, so I don't usually sound like this. I am making a holiday themed thank you card for people to send out after the holidays to thank people for the lovely gifts they received. So, getting started, I am using a circular die, but it doesn't have to be a die. You can use a cup or the lid to a jar, or really anything circular that is about this size will work. And I'm lightly tracing a circle with pencil, which I'll go in and erase later. And this is going to serve as a guide so I know where to position my stamps. And the stamps that I'm going to be using today are an Altenew set called Striped Florals. I'm using 3 images from there. And the first thing I like to do is position my stamps on my paper before positioning them on the block to give me an idea of where I want to put them. And then stamping them, I'm using VersaFine Black Onyx ink. I just want to say that this ink is awesome. I can't believe I've been stamping for a few years and I recently just started using this ink, and I love this ink. You have to get this ink if you don't have it. So I'm stamping my first image. This floral reminds me a little bit of a poinsettia. And in fact, I'm going to color it red to give the illusion of it being a poinsettia. I'm going to put a leaf under it, but I'm going to mask it. But I'm not going to do it right away because that ink is pigment based and it takes a couple seconds for it to dry. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and stamp this image that looks like berries to me. I don't know if they're berries, but they look like berries. So I'm just going to call them berries. So I'm going to stamp the berry image. And then once I'm done stamping that, I am going to apply a mask. I am using Inka Dinka Doo masking paper. This is a mask that I've used quite a few times already. I use them until I just can't get them to stick anymore. So I'm applying the mask and then I'm going to stamp my leaf image. Now this second leaf is going to take me a second to figure out where to position it. And that's because I was trying to get it in there, but I was really trying hard not to put my head in the way of the camera. Now that I am doing a video, I completely understand why people put their heads in the camera because you really have to get down in there to see what you're doing. So it took me a second. Okay, so I went ahead and stamped it and removed the mask and see how it looks like the leaves are coming out from under the flower. It's like magic. I'm going to stamp the rest of it and I'm speeding it up so that you don't have to sit and watch me do all this stamping and blabber on. And so I'm going to be stamping. I'm just going to stamp the top part of it. Stamping a couple more berries. Applying a mask because I'm going to stamp the leaves. And then when I am done with that, I'm going to go ahead and just do the other side of the card off camera. So now I am ready to start coloring. I am using Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers. I have a set of 24. It comes in different sizes. I'm going to stamp the petal that I just pointed to. And I'm going in with my darkest color. It's called Carmine Red. I'm putting it where I think it would be most shaded, which is kind of in the inside there. And then just maybe the tip, the outer tip. Then I'm blending it in with my midtone, which is a bright pink color. And I apologize, I can't remember the name, but it's a bright pink color. And then I am using my lightest tone, which is a lighter pink. And if you notice, I am doing it right in the center. That's because I want to give the illusion that the petals are curled under. And that's where I think the light would be hitting it, right there at the peak of the curl. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the leaf. Going in with my deepest color, that's called green, and just same type of thing, putting it where I think it would be darkest. These markers, by the way, can be used as watercolors. They blend really nicely with water. I, however, am not going to do that today because they also blend nicely with each other. So that's how I'm using them today, just directly on the paper. They blend so nicely. The way I'm coloring is very similar to the way I would color with Copic markers. So, and then I'm going in with my lightest color. This is called Pale Green. And same thing, I want it to look like that leaf is curling under. And so the peak of that curl would be where the light would hit it. So that would be the lightest tone right there. And then I am going to go ahead and color my berry. I am using only 2 colors this time because the berry image is so small. I really don't think I need a third color. So I'm putting the darkest color, which I think is like a violet. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with the lighter color. And you see, I really don't need a third color there because the image is so small. I don't even think I would have room for a third color anyways. And see how that nicely blends. Now, I apologize for this blurry video. I had issues with my camera. I'm not going to be on the frame for very long. But what I'm doing is filling in some of the white spaces with a gold gel pen. And that's going to tie in really nicely with the sentiment, which I'm going to die cut out of gold foil paper. This is paper from Die Cuts with a View. And then I'm using this die also from Altenew. It's the Thanks die. I'm going to run that through my Cuttlebug. And then when you see the sentiment, it looks so pretty. It's just has a really nice shimmer to it. Doesn't that look nice? It's going to look so festive on the card. And I go ahead and apply that to the card. I did erase my pencil marks off camera. And then I'm going to take my card front, apply it to the base. That is Nina Solar White 110-pound cardstock. That concludes my card. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic holiday season.